In today's video, I'm going to teach you 5 ways on how to lead like Pasig Mayor Vico Sotto, to lead with transparency. Welcome to Better Today, a place where young leaders find work-life inspiration. Make sure to watch until the end and stick around for the question of the day. It's kind of weird to realize that many public officials are not good role models for young leaders like us. Some of them disappear during times of hardship or times of crisis. Many of them continue holding office even though they've obviously broken laws. In any private workplace, these guys would have been fired a long time ago. One of the main reasons why public officials are not good role models when it comes to leadership is because they lack transparency. Transparency in leadership is about keeping an open line of communications between you, the leader, and the people that you lead. Transparent leadership works when there's honesty between you and your people. It's a two-way street, and there needs to be honesty from both sides to make it work. As leaders, we often have to make the first move first because we want to lead by example. Today's question of the day is, what would you do to be a more transparent leader? Share your answers in the comments below. Just 31 years old, Pasig Mayor Vico receives a lot of positive feedback when it comes to his leadership style. I believe the reason for this is because his style is rooted in transparency. Here are 5 ways you can be a more transparent leader, just like Vico. Number 1, be honest with your people. It's easy to tell people what they want to hear. A bonus announcement, a new pitch win, a successful education program. Those are easy to share because we know that the response from the people will be positive. But transparent leaders know that you have to share the bad news as well. There's no point in sugarcoating something as a blessing or see how lucky we are. Good leaders can communicate the bad news and propose solutions for them as well. For example, he didn't curl up and hide when the pandemic hit his city. He was one of the first local leaders to tell his people that it was a big problem and that there were solutions prepared by his team, such as sanitation tents, testing centers, and even a sanitation drone. He has also openly shown price breakdowns and receipts whenever he spends public money. It's not easy to be at this level of honesty with your people, but it does build strong levels of trust. Number 2, involve and consult with your people when it comes to making decisions. You've probably heard of the quote, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. This is a powerful message and reminder to leaders. You are only as good as your team and the people that you choose to surround yourself with. This is so important when it comes to transparent leadership because your team can keep you honest, accountable, and equip you with knowledge or expertise that you don't have. In a workplace setting, efficient and effective teams bring their strengths to the table and cover for weaknesses that individuals might have. Vico is pretty famous for his consultative nature. He asks for help from real experts. He uses data to make decisions, and he regularly asks his voters for their input. Just like him, you can avoid dangerous blind spots for yourself and your team by considering what they think and what they know. Number 3, be visible and be accessible. There was a time when the invisible, godlike archetype of a leader was the norm. Nowadays though, that just leads to disengaged and disinterested employees. A leader or a boss who is invisible or inaccessible, he's no longer mysterious. There's a word for that now. It's called absent. Transparent leadership is about showing your team that you're available and you are there for them, and that you can make decisions with them. It's about letting them feel and know that they can communicate with you openly, especially when they need to. This is one of Vico's greatest strengths. His visibility, both online and offline, tells his voters that he's there, he's available to them, and that he's down in the trenches with them. Check in with your people often, and never berate them when they reach out to you. It takes a lot of courage for people, especially in our culture, to reach out and communicate with a boss. Let's make it easier for them. If you're liking what you're hearing in this video so far, hit that like button and consider subscribing. Number 4, make your people look good. In a list of the worst leadership traits to have, credit grabbing has got to be in the top 2 or top 3. It doesn't matter if you did all the work. It doesn't matter if you contributed the most to the success of a project. We as leaders are supposed to give most of the credit to our people. This gives them more motivation to do good work consistently. They can do this without the fear of being thrown under the bus or having the credit for their work stolen by a selfish boss. This also gives you happier employees who know that they will be recognized when they deserve to be. Mayor Vico has shown time and again that he is more than willing to share the credit with his people. He has openly discouraged supporters from greeting him with printed tarps and signs that feature his name and face. He has openly labeled donations as "from the people of his city" versus "from him," which is a breath of fresh air, to be frank. Number 5. It's okay to show vulnerability. When I first became a boss, I subscribed to the idea of being a strongman, authoritarian-style leader. I quickly and painfully learned that that style doesn't work, especially in the modern workplace. I mean, my team left me. Vulnerability isn't about spilling your guts and your heart out. Sometimes, it's as simple as saying, "I don't know," or asking help from others. I believe that it's important for your team to know that you can ask questions or ask for their help and truly listen to what they have to say. You can also share some of your worries and fears with your team once in a while. They may not have all the answers, but they will always have a different perspective, and sometimes that is all you need. Vico is still a young leader, and I hope that he continues his transparent leadership style. Do you know of any other public servant who's a good example for young leaders? Let me know their names in the comments below. If you found this video helpful or inspiring, make sure to hit that like button and don't leave without subscribing. It helps tell me that you enjoy this kind of content. Thanks for watching. My name is Jason, and may you lead with better transparency today.